It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. If you look at this Steeler defense,
they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility. And we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Now it's Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chambers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Steelers at 14-1 now on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
You look at this Arizona defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Griffin now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Ford. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go play action. Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griffin.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Cards will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Morrison. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Barton. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 79 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, they'll throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Back to throw. Griffin. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And this throw will be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoff.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones,
They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check mic 47. Check mic 47.
From the 29, Griffin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 5. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fielded at about the 28. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maynard. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Maynard. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
I got you. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Check, 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 check. 70 range. 70 range. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Operating from the gun. Griffin flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Hendricks. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. It's Griffin. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start with a rematch of the coldest game in NFL history in terms of wind chill. -38 in Cincinnati. No such worries in Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass. Let's stay in the AFC West and check out what's going on with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. On 1st down, Ford. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Griffin to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford, and he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Here's Griffin. Quick hitter here. It's good. And he caught it up. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st down, Maynard stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Griffin. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Griffin. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Maynard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another 1st down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me.
and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. They'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's 2nd and 7. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, Maynard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. They go play action with Griffin. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Maynard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
144 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That is caught, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Hendricks. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, Hendricks. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Complete to Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
56 to Mike.
they'll look to throw here.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run this one in. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Maynard on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 160 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
I'm going back to you.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.